Hi, this is Michael Uslan. You're listening to Batman on Film.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!
You son of a bitch.
Plug you in, we're tuning up frequency. Jett and the crew, they got the remedy. Discussing bats and all his legacy. Mike is Ivan. Welcome to the social hour. We're talking gospel, flying power. Look in the field, the protest got the keys to the Batmobile. Lights go down, the show's about to start. Chance wisdom striking like a dog. Without ways of harm, we're in deep, not sleep. Welcome to the social hour, exploring Gotham's darkest hours. Tune in, feel the charge. Jett set the hill with throwing large.
Welcome to the Social Hour, a Batman on Film podcast. Batman-on-film.com. Ron Lauer, BOF senior contributor. What's the lesson learned about not using those dashes? Pete Vera.
You
Pete
end
Vera's
up
a poster boy for that.
Yeah, you end up on a website that maybe you weren't looking to visit.
Could be gambling.
Pete ends up he forgot the dashes. It took him to Olive Garden. And anybody who knows Pete, like, oh, that's the last place he wants to go is Olive Garden. So
Yeah.
don't forget those dashes, or you might see Pete at Olive Garden. And some people might say, hey, I fancy that'll be a good time, and it would be. But there you go, true story.
Okay, yeah.
Don't forget the dashes.
Yeah, don't forget the dashes. They may we end up like want to make you do gambling or something.
Yeah. Like, how many of these Little Caesars pizza things will Pete fit in his mouth at once? Take your bets. What are they called? I'm blanking on the calzone. Is it like the Batzoni or whatever it was called?
Yeah.
Which, find that video on Batman-on-film.com.
I gotta, you know what?
You got them.
I gotta go find that and then just
Repost it. Why not?
Repost it because it's one of the greatest moments in Batman on Film, the website history.
It'd be like a 4-year anniversary or something, right?
Yeah, it's about that time.
Yeah. He did that. Peter Vera, ladies and gentlemen, always with us in spirit.
Yes, this is the Social Hour. This is episode number 217. I am merely Bill Ramey, the founder of Batman on Film. Let's ride.
How excited are you that you are creeping so close to 220 and 221?
You know what? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that.
Mark it down. That's got to be a special episode, Bill. I don't know what
It
you're
would
going to
be
do, but
2 special episodes.
yeah, 2 special episodes.
Yeah, 2 special episodes. Unfortunately, we're well past episode 67. Episode 67.
I think somebody got in and just deleted that one. We don't need that one around anymore.
Yeah. I have no idea what even is on episode 67. That'd be interesting to go back and see.
Would that be one of the chapter by chapters of the Batman?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Quite possibly.
There, I don't know. There you go.
Speaking of the Batman, 4 years, basically. What are we already? A week past the 4th 4-year anniversary.
Yeah.
You mean it's been 4 years since we had that watch party?
I was in my mid-30s at that watch party, Bill. I was just a kid.
Yeah.
And now I'm knocking on 40. It's coming.
Well, hold my beer.
I know.
On that. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
We may have had a beer.
Yeah. 4 years, and then we got the way I look at it, the Batman Part 2 comes next year.
Mm-hmm.
Next year.
That's
and
true.
This is the way I look at this. You know, as much there was hand wringing and all sorts of anxiety over the two pushbacks that the film encountered, if we had kept the original date, it would have already come and gone. And to me, this is, yes, the movie is the ultimate. You want to watch the movie. That's the point. But what we're in right now with casting and them, and I mean, they're like, they're chest high, chest deep in pre-production and all of that, and it's going to start filming here very shortly. This is when you come to in terms of following the film, this is the really fun time for me. I guess it's because I've, and probably for you, because we cover this quite a bit more closely than most people do, I would imagine. Especially in terms of the general audience,
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's actually very funny here because while you were talking, I went to batman-on-film.com, and I'm not making this up. I said, we'll just make episode 67 disappear. Uh, the Social Hour episode 66 is the May 2022 mailbag and more.
Okay.
There is no episode 67. There is an episode 68. Matt Reeves is the Batman commentary. So maybe just mentioning it made it disappear.
We put it in the universe, and the universe took care of that shit.
I think so, yeah. Because
Yeah.
60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 68, 69, 70, 71. So I don't know how we did that, but take note.
So,
Take note, Bill.
okay. Yes. Poetic justice, right?
Yeah, exactly. But I guess more into your point, yeah, this is going to be a fun year starting this summer, for sure. I think for us that pay a lot of close attention to it. And as I've said every time that I've come on here and talked to you about it, like, because I never want egg on my face. Of course, I was one that was starting to doubt some things on the pushbacks. I didn't go into full tantrum mode like many. I never said, just cancel the damn thing. Let's just get on with DCU Batman. I didn't say that either. But I was, I got a little like hesitant, like, man, this kind of stinks. They're gonna keep pushing back, like, because there's just uncertainty. Hey, guess what? Time, just wait, and here we are, getting ready to ride.
I will admit,
All good.
when the second time it was pushed back, I had a brief meltdown. I'll fully admit that, because I was like, you got to be kidding me. And then the conspiracy theory started hitting me like, oh, effing James Gunn wants his DCU Batman now, and they're going to just, they're trying to, shit can the Batman Part 2, blah blah blah. And then I did what I should have I did what I should have done originally, is ask some people, and there's like, no. And that's about the time I went, look, man.
You're like, Bill, hold on. HODE, hold on.
It's like it's like, hey, Reese is dealing with something. We're not gonna get into that. But
yeah,
I mean, we know.
Yep.
And the first time it was, the strikes did the two strikes, Writers Guild and what is it, Screen Actors Guild, SAG, that affected it the first time to be pushed back, and then this other situation. And at the end of the day, there's sets built, there's people who've been cast, and they're fixing to be in front of the camera here, and
they're getting ready to remake the
month
Dark
and a
Knight.
half.
They're gonna start remaking the Dark Knight.
I'm going to get to a few things. I want to we'll get to that in a second.
I put on my Pete hat today, just here to ruffle Bill's feathers. Let's hit you with all of them.
So, okay, before we do that, it's a little bit more witty banter here. Are you in full on spring in Indiana, or is it still winter's not quite giving up its grip?
I think we've turned the corner for sure. We have more days coming up above 50 than below. And, I think we had this last, what was it, like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago, last burst of winter. And so now we're starting to dip
Okay.
into spring. The geese are here. I told you about them. They're right
Yeah,
outside at the
that was
pond.
a that
And
was
that's a
a
sign.
very interesting
Spring's here.
story. Yes, it was cute. I like that story. Uh, we've been nipping. We've been getting in the 80s. I think we all, we've been hitting it, which is bizarre.
Still got Texas winter then, huh?
February. It gets in the 80s. That's it's the way it goes here. And then we just
Wouldn't
had
guess. You're sitting here in a hoodie,
Yeah.
a big comfy hoodie. And
Well,
Bill's
yeah,
like,
a
it's
cold
80,
front.
it's chilly.
cold front came in, so now it was in the 40s.
72.
This morning. I think it'll probably get in the 70s today. But this is in this part of Texas. This is when in the spring you get freaking hail and tornadoes. It's just that's that time of
We
that
didn't get
fun
one of
time
those
the
at
year.
the watch party. We didn't get any
Yeah.
tornadoes, I
No,
was
it was
really
actually
hoping for it, but
It was you're really hoping to get that. That was some good weather for
perfect.
that.
It was.
That thing. So I went and saw Epic, Elvis Presley in concert. Reviewed it on Batman on Film. You can check that out for all you TCBers. Greatest Elvis thing I've ever seen in my life.
Prior to this,
Yeah.
Elvis, was that the greatest thing?
The movie, the biopic?
Yeah, the Austin Butler
yeah.
movie. Was that
Yeah.
the greatest? And then
Yeah.
this surpassed that.
Yeah.
All right.
They kind of go together.
Sure. It's a
They're
package
both
deal.
Baz Luhrmann,
This was born out of that one, right? Like during the creation of that one is where Luhrmann,
they found those crates, boxes or whatever, how they store them, of unused footage from Elvis. That's the way it is. And Elvis on tour, the two documentaries he made in the early 70s. They were in salt mines in Kansas, and they restored them. And so probably about 70% new footage. There is footage I've seen before, and it looks like it was filmed like yesterday. Yeah. It's so the restoration,
nice,
and the fact that Elvis narrates the thing.
Yeah,
no AI,
impressive.
No AI, none of that. No CGI.
How long was the documentary?
Hour and a half.
Probably flew by, didn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna see it again for it. You got to see it on the big screen. It's great. It's great.
All right.
If anyone's idea, if you don't know, I think the movie Elvis gave a good idea, the impact that he had. There's a lot of people just don't get it still. And, there's this character,
characterization,
this idea of, fat Vegas Elvis.
Yeah.
But that was just at the very, very end.
Mm-hmm.
This is like prime Elvis, 1969, 70. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And it's, you look at the reviews, it's getting Oscar buzz for documentary and all that. So it's great.
Nice.
And then saw Lady Gaga, did a 180 next day. Yeah.
What a time for you. My goodness.
I went and saw Lady Gaga. So.
And she was great. I just assumed she was great.
She is, look, not my go-to music wise, right? I'm not really a pop person, but there's no doubt how talented she is. And I loved her in A Star Is Born, the movie. Thought she was fantastic.
She's a generational talent.
Yeah.
It's okay it's also okay to be like, I'm not a pop, whatever, but I like Lady Gaga. I think we've come to a point in time where it's like, you could say, I like this country musician and this R&B musician and Ozzy Osbourne and you name a Foo Fighter, like you span
Dave Grohl,
multi genres.
Yeah. Aren't genres kind of overlapping nowadays?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you have R&B singers with country singers, hip hop artists with country, hip hop, and metal, like everything. Yeah, everything. Everything's going. Next thing you know, Hans Zimmer is going to be doing a battle rap or something with Eminem, which, hey, sign me up for that.
Yeah, I went down. But yeah, it was good. The announcer had the time of her life.
Good.
If you were, there was the rumor has it that there's a video
Oh my goodness.
on my Facebook showing how much fun the announcer had at the concert.
And then on the
And-
announcer's Facebook, a video of how much fun you were having at the concert. You were dressed up in your Elvis gear at the Lady Gaga concert.
Yeah, I did.
That'd be great.
Wore my Halloween costume. Like, speaking of which, there's a lot of people wearing costumes at that thing. It was like a musical. It was like a 3-act musical. Costumes, a story, whole production, and then she came out and did a couple of encores. It was good. Mayhem Ball is the name of this tour.
Was that
So-
the Dance of the Dead or something? Was the song she did, and Tim Burton directed her music video for it.
Yeah,
She played that
she
one?
did that song.
I like that. That was a good song.
The Wednesday song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I expect that she would have, but cool.
yeah, she did that because the announcer goes, "This is the Wednesday song." I went, okay,
And you were like, all right.
Yeah. yeah. All right. Before we get to the nuts and bolts here, just some annoyances.
Uh-oh.
You brought one of them up.
Peter Vera?
Yeah, they're just why are they just remake? Why are they going back to? They always go back to the Long Halloween. That's all they do. They just take the Long Halloween. No, of course, the Long Halloween. Let's be honest. There's only been one Batman film so far that really draw from Long Halloween.
It's The Dark Knight.
Yes, and because I saw a post, I think it was in one of the comments on a Batman film article. Why does WB and it's it's not Warner Brothers making creative decisions for the most part, or at least not with Nolan and Matt Reeves, but why do they keep just going back to Long Halloween? Well, they're not. Nolan was inspired by.
Tell me how much
Elements.
exactly. And this is someone who's talked about, I love the influences of the Long Halloween, but if you like the people that throw that out there, they haven't done their work and they don't sit and think about
No.
it. They try to find it's cool to say this, so then they just say it. It's like pull exactly how many directly lifted from page to screen Long Halloween and The Dark Knight. Very close, the three of them on the rooftop.
Yeah,
What else you got that's like they just copied the Long Halloween? That's all that they did.
that's
I don't see it. And this is
No.
someone that loves the Long Halloween and the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
And I see the influence here at play, and I'm very supportive of it, but it's like what we've always said on here, influence, not remaking.
Yeah.
They didn't make the Long Halloween. They made the Dark Knight.
So it's now because Harvey Dent is in it and Gilda Dent, Scarlett Johansson, allegedly playing the Gilda Dent character. Well, they're doing the Long Halloween. And then by virtue of that, they're just remaking the Dark Knight.
Okay.
Does anyone think that Matt Reeves would just go, you know what? Let's just completely riff RIFF, not rip, but it would be kind of, I guess. We're just going to jazz, we're going to remake the Dark Knight and just, jazz it up a little bit and
Yeah.
make it look a little different.
That's all Matt Reeves does. He he made Let the Right One In, which was a remake of, what was it, Let Me In?
Mm-hmm.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes was a direct lift of Planet of the Apes. Cloverfield was a direct remake of Godzilla from the 50s. Like, that's all he does, Phil.
It was a shot by shot remake. Actually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, these guys are onto something.
Yeah. So that's all annoying to me. I 100% believe the story is something that none of us haven't thought of. It'll be nothing like the fan fiction that's people have been writing in their heads for the last 4 years.
And then, Bill, when it's not these ones that are saying it's just like the long Halloween, and there's a surprise where it's not like in the comics. They're gonna be like, "Hey, why wasn't that like the long Halloween?"
Exactly.
They're gonna get pissed about it, and I don't have time for that nonsense. I
Yeah.
don't have time for that nonsense.
Yeah. So that annoys me, as well as, and I probably brought this up before, is like I see it all the time on social media. And I tried to look, I tried my best to avoid bullshit on social media, but these MFers and the algorithms, sometimes it just you see it without even trying to, and it's like
Yeah.
all
Oh yeah.
these little Twitter accounts who are the number one source for
They're the
DC
experts.
news. There's like, a million of them, and it's constantly.
Who do you
Or
want to see as the DCU Batman? Should so and so be the DC?
I don't even know some of these people they're throwing out there.
Yeah.
Right? This what's his name? Brandon Skellner?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, no, I don't even know who that is.
I've seen a movie that he was in, and he was good.
Yeah.
But I'm
Well,
I'm not familiar.
I'm not knocking the guy.
I'm not familiar with him,
yeah,
but
I don't
that's
I
just it was one of those things like where'd it come from? And then it just seems like if he's not cast in the future, there's gonna be an uprising.
oh
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
Pitchforks.
Yeah, exactly.
Torches. Speaking of pitchforks and torches,
Yes.
completely I'm going on a tangent here.
Uh-oh.
Have you seen The Bride? Are you planning on seeing The Bride?
I don't have interest in seeing The Bride.
Okay. Not even with your favorite Batman in it.
No. The first trailer that was released for it, because I was intrigued by the idea when it was, we didn't, whatever the first image of it was released like a year ago or something. I don't know. And I was like, huh, okay. Curious. And the first trailer I saw for it, I was like, I don't know. Kind of put me off on it. And the second one was like a little better, but it was like, I don't know, maybe someday. And then at this point of us recording this, it seems like it is gonna bomb really hard.
Hard,
It's like,
huh?
yeah. Like, because the idea of it is like, think of, Bonnie and Clyde is,
Yeah.
the bride and Frankenstein's monster and like kind of punkish. I don't know. I'm like, I appreciate the bold take, um, and doing something different with it. But yeah, when I saw the trailers didn't do much for me at all. So
Okay. I have no desire to see it
yeah.
personally. I may check it out when it hits streaming, which sounds like it could be next week.
Coming very soon, unfortunately.
Yeah. I did love the one with Guillermo del Toro, the Frankenstein that
Yeah.
it was out here recently.
I still haven't seen it yet.
Man, that's
I'd like to.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Back to Batman.
Oh no,
back-
it's all connected, Bill, because The
Yeah.
Bride stars Christian Bale and is directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
Both of them were in The Dark Knight, Bill.
Dark
Oh my gosh,
Knight.
The Bride's a remake of The Dark Knight.
It is. It's a remake. Can't Maggie Gyllenhaal do something new?
Good golly. Jeez.
Golly. All right. Back to my list of grievances.
Oh, okay. This is actually a therapy session for Bill. He's just got to get it out, okay? Then he can move on.
The new one I saw pop up on the
Uh-oh.
Twitter
Mhm.
was first cut of Clayface. There is no DCU Batman cameo at all.
Son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch.
I mean, I'm like, and who
Yeah.
expected it? Who expected that to happen?
You know
So-
what? I'm gonna be seeing in less than a month the new Super Mario movie.
Yeah.
And if Zelda doesn't show up in that damn movie, Bill, I'm gonna be so pissed off, I tell
Yeah.
you what. Because I'm going into Mario movie expecting to see Zelda.
Yeah. I thought you would be like, yeah, expect it. And again, this goes back people it's the fan fiction thing. I don't know if they're necessarily right, doing the fan fiction, but they have come up with ways the DCU Batman will show up in Clayface, and if it's not going to happen, and then they're gonna rage about it.
Cool.
Because no one's ever said the DCU Batman was going to be in it.
Because it's called Clayface.
Yeah, and
no, that's part of Batman's world. Okay.
Yeah.
Go watch Batman the Animated Series or the Batman.
Yeah, you get you some Clayface.
Get your Batman and Clayface fill there. Read some comics. Did you know that there's quite a few Batman comics out there, Bill, that's Batman versus Clayface?
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
It's pretty wild.
Well, hell, go watch the, Kate Crusader has the episode.
Kate Crusader. Yeah. Exactly.
They got Clayface in there. All right. So even James Gunn says, I don't want to cloud the Bat's sphere.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
But you know that if he's not doing what I want, then I'm going to say he's lying.
Yeah.
That's also like you said, I don't look for this stuff. It ends up I end up seeing it, not trying to see it. And fortunately, I don't see as much BS
well, I can
in
say
that
this.
area
I can safely say I don't see not even a thimble of water compared to an ocean like Pete Vera sees.
Yeah.
Pete Vera sees the ocean.
He bathes in it.
I may get the thimble by accident. But yeah, that okay. And so I can shut down. I probably have more grievances. Oh God, I have a lot of grievances.
What?
But yeah.
Oh, okay.
Last question I got, and then we'll get to the Batman part 2. What did you think of the Lanterns teaser trailer, whatever the hell it is? Yeah,
I dug it. I like Kyle Chandler a lot. Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose. So of course I thought it was interesting when he was cast as Hal Jordan, and because it was Lanterns, I am by no means anything close to an avid Green Lanterns fan, but not fan, but like expert or anything. Like I've dabbled. Thank you, Jeff Johns. He got me into like reading more Green Lanterns and paying attention and stuff. And I like watching, like on Brave and the Bold when Guy Gardner would show up and stuff too. And there are parts of the Ryan Reynolds movie that I like. The movie could have been a lot worse if it wasn't for him. I'll phrase it that way. But this is and then knowing the style, when they said the True Detective was kind of like an influence kind of vibe for it, I dug that. I really, really dug that. And I understand some people will be like, no, I want Green Lanterns as cosmic and space and whatever. And that's their right. I'm not a massive Green Lantern expert or anything, but I liked the idea. And then that trailer came out and I really, really dug it. And that's when I have seen criticisms of, you're taking away all the fun elements of Green Lanterns and making this a very grounded detective story.
Oh, okay.
You're stripping it of the reasons people like Green Lanterns, and I'm not going to argue that.
It's getting negativity.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just watched it and I had an opinion. I didn't.
You don't see any of this other. Oh, good for you.
I haven't seen any of that. Yeah.
It didn't drive me crazy because it's something that I'm just like, I don't know. I would never say, yeah, I'll stand here and argue with somebody about Green Lanterns. I don't have the care and I don't have the knowledge. But I've seen the criticisms of it, in which I always say, like, it's a trailer. There's a lot we aren't seeing, especially if it's a TV series. So now you've got at least 6 hours of content that's coming. We don't know what all we're going to see.
Yeah.
But the vibe of it, I really dug.
Yeah, I'm with you. The premise kind of had me interested from the beginning.
Yeah.
It's like an Earth-based detective story in the vein of the True Detective HBO anthology series.
Yeah.
I said, okay, with Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan, right?
Yeah.
And I like Kyle Chandler.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not familiar with the actor who's playing Jon Stewart.
Yeah, I'm not
but,
either.
You know, so yeah, I had planned on watching it. This makes me want to watch it. I'm kind of glad that they just kind of teased the Green Lantern-ish stuff.
Yeah, I don't need to see that. And I think
Yeah.
somebody would argue of like, no, we need a money shot. We need a money shot. It's like, well, you're already gonna watch it, so do we
Yeah.
need to save it for when I'm watching the
Yeah.
episode and wow me
Yeah.
with something?
And I know that, fans bitch because that's what they do.
Correct.
But, I kind of I get like if you're a diehard Green Lantern, like Green Lantern to you is like Batman is to me. And I'm sure there are some fans like that. And they're like,
Sure.
I want the intergalactic, the space cop type of, stuff. And maybe you do get some of that. I don't know.
Wasn't Frank Miller
but-
and Aronofsky's Batman Year One? There wasn't much him in a suit or anything. It's been a while since I've read that. There were some
Probably-
choices there to where. Go ahead. Sorry.
I would say I'm thinking back. It's probably as much as Batman Begins. I would guess.
Okay. There was
They
something.
just there was some they took like he was Bruce was orphaned, then he wandered off and was raised in a by Big Al and all in a mechanic shop, and there was some liberties taken.
Say it's a Batman movie and Bruce doesn't get in a Batman suit, and if he does, it looks like Batman teased at the very end of Gotham.
Yeah.
I'd get a little annoyed and pissed, I think,
Yeah.
about it because I'm like, to an extent, though, when I'm paying my money for a Batman ticket, there are a couple things. It's like it's got to come with the ticket. There's some kind of Batmobile chase. Batman's in his suit. Hopefully, there's a cave, but also, but Batman in a suit. That's kind of what I want to see.
Yeah.
So that's like, if we'll see, we don't know anything. Like we have, I don't know how many episodes it's going to be. 6 to 10 episodes of Green Lantern series coming. By the end of it, if you don't get him in a suit and it's not just like a jacket, then I don't know. I think that's one of like, it's also how you conduct yourself in criticizing.
There's one shot of him in the suit, right? Kind of. You see it from
I don't remember. I just watched
no
it
mask.
once. Yeah, if anything, because there's like a coat hanging on a hanger or something in the closet
Yeah.
that I see and I remember one of the shots. I don't know, but I mean, if you're just a fan and to come in and act, I don't know, the way that you conduct yourself and criticizing is where I can be like, I can tune you out or I can actually pay attention.
When it comes to Green Lantern, what's the main thing you think about in terms of Green Lantern? It makes him the Green Lantern.
The ring.
Okay. You see the ring quite a bit.
I do see the ring and there's a lantern.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I agree with you there. Instantly in my head, though, is an image from, that John's run of Hal in the mask and the green and black suit with the ring. Like that's say Green Lantern, and that's the image that I would see like right away.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Let me watch the show and I'll judge it.
I will say I say what you want about the movie, the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern movie. But I liked how they did the suit.
Mm-hmm.
It being energy as opposed to actually putting on a costume, a suit, a uniform. But I get why they're not doing that because it's associated with that movie. But yeah, I'm going to watch it, and I'm debating. Maybe somebody will want to review it for Batman on Film. We could cover it. I don't know if we're going to cover it in depth like we did the Penguin, but we shall see. All right. The Batman Part 2, Ryan, it's coming out next year.
It's coming.
There's a report. There's many reports. I think this is in the trades. Tatiana Siegel. She writes for Page One, I think now. She's the one who says May 29th is the beginning of principal photography.
Variety. She variety writer?
She was.
Okay. Anyways.
Yeah. So yeah, May 29th is that's been saying all along, like springish before summer. Gonna get filming there. And I think that because I get a lot of these questions like May 29th, man, they gotta get going. I'm like, don't you realize they're in active pre-production and have been for a while now? You know, I do. Is there a belief that these like, okay, May 29th comes and everybody just shows up to the studio and they start making the Batman and there's no construction of sets, no making of costumes, no, everything that goes in art production, everything that goes into making them, hiring people to operate cameras and microphones and lighting and all of that.
Well, these criticisms also come from people that they have no affiliation with the entertainment industry. You don't know how long it takes how long it's going to take them to film.
Yeah.
If they're going to be tight on time, if they have more than enough time, how long post-production is going to take, how long filming is going to, like, these criticisms come because it's just somebody ends up having, I don't know, they just want to bitch until the movie's here, you know? And it's just like, I don't know, it gets a little, I don't want to say tiring, but kind of to where I'm just like, man, I'm just losing care of listening to Batman on film. Oops. I'll stick to Batman on film to follow. And then I don't really need to hear other people because a lot of people have become senseless. I'll follow the trades.
So I'm just saying, if you're wringing your hands and all that, y'all, there's
y'all.
it's a lot. They've been at this for a while. I mean, they're on the they've had to hire people and all of that stuff,
It's funny to me. So I saw the new Scream movie, and in front of that played the new trailer for Scary Movie. That movie comes out in June, 3 months. There has been no talk. Well, how long are they going to film? How long is it going to take them to film? We haven't even seen a trailer yet. We haven't seen pictures yet. We haven't heard about all the casting. We haven't, whatever. And you know what? That movie's coming out in 3 months. None of us saw anything until there's 90 days till it comes out. And that movie's going to be successful, flat out.
Yeah.
So it's very much like, why are we doing this? Where we're just like freaking out and panicking for something that's not even going to come out for a year and 7 months.
Yeah.
Holy crap. I don't have the energy or the health to do this every single day for 19 months. Had to do math quick. Like,
no,
holy crap. I just show me when it's.
Yeah, I just like, okay, give me the little bit of casting announcements, and or so-and-so is, behind the scenes people they hire. I mean, but fine, art director, whatever.
Matt Reeves, show us stuff when you want to show us stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's good. May 29th, start filming. Let's go. LFG. Let's go.
Matt, let's go. Let's ride.
Yeah, let's ride. And so speaking of casting, I talked about, that's been going on because when someone even asked, well, when are we going to get some news? I'm like, they've told you unofficially official that Scarlett Johansson is in the film, and so is his name just escaped me.
Sebastian Stan.
Yeah. They're in it, and there's another big role to cast. So all the big roles, you knew Robert Pattinson's coming back, and Jeffrey Wright, and that main core of the cast of the film, of the saga.
But you want to know if Martinez is coming back.
He better be back.
He better
all-
be. Damn it.
and be-
Dadgummit.
he better be back with a freaking promotion.
Bill
He-
didn't
he-
get this tattoo
yeah.
of Martinez for nothing. Okay?
No, exactly. It's that, hey, Mr. Wayne.
He.
Yeah. And it says that.
Nick.
Yeah. Uh, so the role of Christopher Dent
Mhm.
has yet to be. Well, it may have been cast. We just don't know yet.
Hey, I'm not in the film industry. I don't know anything.
I don't know.
I
but-
would guess with them filming now in 2 months, probably cast and they're keeping a lid on it still. Or it's not the fine details. But then I don't know anything, Bill. I don't know anything.
The latest buzz was that, and I'll give credit. Like when in my article, when I posted this on Batman on Film, I'm very careful with the sources or outlets that I source. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
This is not one that I don't know if I've ever sourced. And I think I've had some kind of look. I think sometimes they fall under that. Let's just toss stuff on the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah.
But this giant freaking robot outlet reported that Daniel Craig is up or has been offered the role of Christopher Dent, and that if that didn't work out, they were going to pivot to Liam Neeson. And the reason that on the surface, I may not have even posted that story, but when they mentioned the Liam Neeson thing, I went, okay, there's something to this. And to be fair, they also were correct about Scarlett Johansson. They were the first to report that. So I'll give them credit for that. The reason the Liam Neeson thing made me go, is that on February 5th, back last month, last month, I heard some scuttlebutt that Liam Neeson was, at least his name was being tossed around for that role. And I just put a picture up on Twitter on the 15th of February of Liam Neeson.
Mm-hmm.
Just no context. It could have been for, hey, he was Ra's al Ghul on the Dark Knight trilogy. So, but so I went, okay, if that's coming out, then there's probably some validity to Daniel Craig. They were right about Scarlett Johansson. Okay, I'll go with this. So I'll ask you, what's your thoughts on either actor as in this role? And would you be concerned? Does it bother you if Liam Neeson, who is known for his role in the Dark Knight trilogy, Ducard / Ra's al Ghul, would be in another Batman film?
I think I am good with whoever they cast.
Yeah.
But the thought of Daniel Craig, I think, excites me a little bit more than Neeson.
I'm with you. And it doesn't bother me if he was in the role. What would annoy me would be the fan reaction to have to deal with that. I would try to ignore it, but it would be loud. It's like, I can't look at him on screen without thinking Ra's al Ghul. And I'm like, well, he's not really Ra's al Ghul in real life. He's an actor, plays a role. He's a good actor. Really very good actor.
I can't look at him and not think of Frank Drebin or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if you saw him in The Naked Gun or not.
I have not seen
Neeson?
that. Is it funny?
It's fantastic.
Okay.
Fantastic. And this comes from someone who had I don't know. Yeah, it was excellent. I think you should definitely watch it. Anyways, of course, I don't know. My mind went there. And they're to be completely, honest and genuine too, is I wasn't excited about the thought. It was like, okay, All right. But I don't know Reeves and Tomlin's interpretation of this character that he's playing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Let me just see and judge it. Again, Daniel Craig, I don't see him because it seems like the role itself is not one that you're going to root for. You know, Christopher Dent's not like he's a great guy. So not full on villain, but not necessarily like someone you're going to root for. And it's like, man, I don't know much Daniel Craig material where I've seen him play someone that I'm not rooting for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's interesting. Like that just makes it a little bit more interesting for me, I think.
If it's
In that
of these
context.
two,
Yeah, of these
I would-
two.
I would prefer. Yeah, if of these two, I would prefer Daniel Craig
Yeah.
because to me, when I think Daniel Craig, it's James Bond,
hmm
and then the Knives Out.
Yeah, the Knives Out, which
Stuff.
oh
Yeah,
my gosh, what's the I'm blanking on his name.
the character.
Yeah.
He's got that that French sounding name, right?
Uh-huh. And now I'm here on
And he's got his
Blanc.
strong.
There we go.
Yeah.
Something Blanc.
Yeah,
Benoit Blanc. There we go.
Benoit Blanc. Yeah, he probably eats.
But yeah,
gumbo.
I'm with you. Bond and that. Of course, I've seen him in other movies too, but like
Yeah.
those are the ones instantly in my head. Those are what I think of Daniel Craig with. So
Yeah,
the thought of him playing, yeah, I gotta know. It just that moves the needle more for me, but my needle's already at I'm gonna see this damn movie. So
Yeah.
cast
yeah,
whoever you
yeah.
want.
So yeah, I think either one of them is a good get acting wise, star wise.
hmm
I would prefer Craig just for everything you said, and just because it's you think of Daniel Craig, think of James Bond and stuff, and you're like, okay, this is different. I can see him do in a villain type role, which is allegedly this role is. He's not a good guy, and I'm not concerned either. So another one I heard was like,
Daniel Craig is only 14 years older than Sebastian Stan.
Oh my goodness.
oh my God,
Oh my
That's-
goodness, Phil.
Ryan, I think actors act.
Yeah. What?
And they play characters who are older and younger than their own personal chronological age.
Hollywood, it's crazy.
I mean, I heard that.
Yeah.
Is it true?
I'm gonna have to look it up. I don't want to
Okay.
sound a fool.
You're gonna get back.
Yeah, I'll get back to
me
you.
on-
I'll get back to you on this
Okay.
one. Okay.
Because there may be a rule in Hollywood where when you make a picture,
Mhm.
Whatever the age of the person is that you're playing, you have to be that age
Mm.
yourself. I think it's
Mine
part
is-
of that. I think it was part of the, like when they were doing during the strikes we are talking
Yeah.
about. They
Yeah.
put it in the collective bargaining agreement.
My mind is blown today, Bill. The power of Hollywood.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
demands of Hollywood.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's what the strikes were about. The whole thing
Yeah.
was about people's age and characters' age.
Daniel Craig can't be Sebastian's father. As part of the agreement. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So I expect, all this coming together. I expect us, start getting those quick hits in the trades of well, of course, this is a big role. It's one of the main roles, but also the smaller roles, supporting roles, and it was a pretty big role in the Batman, but like when John Turturro was cast as Carmine Falcone. Oh, in fact, I had no idea that Falcone was going to be in the film, and then they announced it, and there's just these other little quick hits of characters and whatnot. So I think we're going to be getting that kind of stuff here between next month and a half when filming rolls out, and then hopefully the big question is, Ryan, and this is
Uh-oh.
serious, is whether or not Robert Pattinson has got hold of that Bosu ball and 5-pound
Yeah.
dumbbell yet.
Yeah. We haven't seen a picture of his physique. So what are they hiding?
I
What
don't know.
are they
They're
hiding?
yeah, they're hiding something.
Hmm.
Got to have that Bosu ball. Got to have that 5-pound dumbbell because, by God, if you're going to play Batman, Ryan, you at least got to do the work, man. You got to do the work.
The amount of like curls I do lifting that spoon of cereal from bowl to mouth for
Yeah.
me, Bill, like
How about that
I don't
Mountain Dew?
I don't think that'd be enough. I don't think that'd
Yeah.
be enough. I'd really have to double down and take it serious.
Yeah.
So
No,
I hope Robert's listening to this and he's listening to us. Like, man, Batman dash on dash film.
Yeah.
They're taking me to
Taking
me to work here. Yeah, taking me to task. I got to do the work.
So
Come on,
Rob
Roberts.
Pattinson, let me see. Listen to me now. I need you on that Bosu ball, and I need you with that 5-pound dumbbell.
Yeah.
Now, you got 6 weeks or so to get in Batman shape. You hear me, son?
And instead of a can, make it a 2-liter of Mountain Dew that you're chugging.
Yeah.
It's heavier. It gets you bulked up faster. Okay, there we go. Free advice.
I think maybe he's kicked it up to a 10-pound dumbbell.
Man, I mean, we're not looking for a heavyweight guy here, So
yeah,
take it easy, Rob.
He's got to be svelte like a fighter.
Got to be trimmed. You're going for tone.
Yeah. So don't overdo it. I'm not talking about just overload.
There'll be some people listening, Bill, and saying, "What the hell are they talking about?"
Yeah.
Talk about grievances. Over 4 years ago, Bill had some grievances about reports that Robert Pattinson he's not working out to be Batman.
Yeah.
You were a little cheesed about it.
Go to the Google machine and just
Yeah.
search Robert Pattinson Bosu ball 5-pound dumbbell.
There you go.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. There you go.
Good times.
All right. So here we go. Let's ride.
Let's ride.
The ride's starting. All right. Ryan, what the hell's been going on with Batman Book Club?
Well, speaking of rides, Bill, I got some rides. My new Lego Batmobiles have come in, and I've assembled one. So the first one.
Let me see there. Okay, that is Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin. They did something fun on their new packaging. They put whatever movie Batman it is on the side, and then I'm going to hold up one of Bill's favorite movies of all time, the BVS Batmobile. With old Ben Affleck there. These are new, just came out, and I put together the
different
Batman
looking. I haven't seen that shot of him as Batman. That production art.
Oh, you haven't? I've seen this everywhere. This gives him more of a neck in the suit than
it looks like
some shots of him.
He doesn't have eye black on or something.
That's true. That's true. All right. Yeah. That one will be put together today too. So these two, and then actually the Pattinson Batmobile, which I got that when that first came out with the Batman. So I don't know why they repackaged and released it already. That one's set up over there too. You have a whole lineup of Batmobiles.
Okay, I was about to ask. You display those, correct?
Up here, yeah. So on the pointing over here behind me is the Tumbler, and then there's Heath's Joker, and that's Begins Batsuit, Scarecrow's behind him, and then over here is the animated series Batmobile, which has got Mr. Freeze.
Yeah,
it's hard to see. It's way behind.
You
me
have a diamond
shelf,
next to that, Mr. Freeze?
No, I don't. But I said I've got to go find. I have somewhere. Now. I've got a Catwoman one. And I think she's got a jewel, so I'll just put that in his hand. And
yes.
Also,
yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Everything.
I've been waiting. I've been waiting on these though.
Order's been restored.
These have been. I haven't bought any Batman Lego in a while, because I've got a good set. So it's not like I have to get everything now. It's what looks cool and I want it. And I was like, oh, a Batman and Robin Batmobile. Give me, and I'll take. Oh, Bill's got his Lego sets. I didn't think you liked Lego. What's going on?
I've been sitting on this for probably
4 years.
Yeah, I need to put it together, right?
I've got that one.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah, I've got that one.
Yeah.
All right, you can do it. I believe in you, Bill.
I need to get on that. Yeah. All right.
Now have one of your kids do it.
Okay.
Your original
Batman
question.
Book Club.
Batman Book Club.
Yeah.
Most recent. By the time this drops, I may have a new one coming out. Writer Alex Segura, who has written some cool books. He writes comics. He's doing the monthly current Dick Tracy, which is
Okay.
great. It's fantastic. He
I
wrote
know Alex.
Yeah, he's great. I love Alex.
He was publicity with DC.
Yep.
back
Yeah,
in the day.
I didn't know the names that he knew and the people he knew until he
Yeah.
was on my show the first time. But he's on this new episode because he wrote a book, Enemy of My Enemy, a Daredevil novel. And I was lucky enough that he sent me one early and I got to read it and I thought it was excellent. So he's on my show to
Big
talk
shot
about that a
here.
little bit. Yeah, big shot here. And then we talked about Batman and Robin year one.
Okay.
And so that episode, look for that. The previous episode, me and old Boudin Pockets talking Batman comics in February. So there you go. And then Bill's going to be back on this show at some point because we're going to do something cool with Dark Knight Returns. There you go. Batman Book Club.
Okay. Very good. One thing besides getting going here on the Batman Part 2, covering that for BOF, we do have the Batman Season 1 of the 60s Batman series. We're doing the episode reviews. We're doing them in pairs, the ones that were the Part 1 and Part 2.
Yeah.
And in honor of the 60th anniversary of Batman, the TV show with Adam West and Burt Ward. So you can check those out. Should have a new one dropping. Well, probably by the time you're hearing this, it's already out there. All right, that's all I got, or all I'm going to plug. Should be getting more social hours because we'll be getting the Batman Part 2 cranking
It's
up
coming.
here. Yeah. One last question.
Uh-oh.
Legit.
Okay.
Because I'm getting this a lot, and I have my take on it. If you don't share my take, that's fine. That's why I'm asking you a question, so I can get yours.
That's why we ask questions.
You expect, quote unquote, a new bat suit in the movie?
Define new.
Batman Begins compared to Dark Knight.
Okay. I don't think. I say no.
Yeah.
I expect some alterations. But I expect that you see it and you recognize it of like that's the suit that
Yeah.
for the most part, a lot of it, we saw that in the first movie. I'm not writing it in my head. I'm not writing what kind of changes need made for the movie or for the suit or anything. I do think that becomes a thing for, the Batman movies too, is that the suit kind of there's alterations, if not new suits of some kind. So I think that there'll be a little, like some changes.
I think that he may make an addition or add stuff to it as the
Sure.
movie plays out. But I think for the most part, it's the same suit. Because obviously he had another suit because he tore up the one he wore in the Batman for the most part. If you see it at the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then the scene with Selena when she's leaving for Bloodhaven and he's going, he's Batmaning up and going back into Gotham. The suit is clean. There's no bullet holes, no bullet marks, it's not scuffed up. And the bat cycle has the shield, the bat head shield on it. So I think it's going to be kind of like that. So, and with the movie starting right after, like a month and a half or so after that scene.
Yeah.
I don't expect him to pop in the Batman Part 2 and it's just a completely brand new suit.
Blue suit. Because
And-
that's
and leotard.
Bill. That's what Bill wants. Bill wants
Yes.
that blue suit.
Yeah. Nothing. Yeah.
Speechless. God,
Yeah.
damn it.
Yeah.
Grievances are back.
Damn it. You already got
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. All right. That's going to do it for this episode of the Social Hour. Now, so Rachel will finish up here. We'll catch you next time.
You have been listening to the BOF Social Hour, Jett's official podcast on Batman on Film. Follow BOF on Threads at The Batman on Film. Follow BOF on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Batman on Film. To help keep BOF up and running, go to patreon.com/Batman on Film, or you can buy BOF a beer at buymeacoffee.com/The Real Batman on Film. For Jett and everyone at BOF, I'm announcer Rachel. Authoritative, definitive, the original Batman on Film, founded in 1998.